I'm back. The last video I just did, I didn't want to upload because I think my title was kind of confusing. You know, I think they took my title as threatening because I used the word attack and enemy and all of that. But listen, the Bible says, and I'm going to read it to you. I'm going to read it to you. What's going on, brother? I'm trying to find the scripture here. Hold on 1 second. Okay, so here it is. All right, here it is. Here it is right here. So this is the story of a little boy that was sick, and basically he was possessed. And he would throw himself in the fire and do all kind of things to harm himself. So his father brought him to Jesus. He said, "Listen, Jesus, I've been taking him to your boys. Your boys can't do nothing with him. You know, so I need to bring him to you. Listen to this. Um, let me start. This is Mark, the 9th chapter. And I'm gonna start at the 17th verse. Then one of the crowd answered and said, Teacher, I brought you my son who has a mute spirit, and wherever it seizes him, it throws him down. He foams at the mouth, gnashes his teeth, and becomes rigid. So I spoke to your disciples that they should cast it out, but they couldn't. He answered him and said, O faithless generation, how long shall I be with you? How long shall I bear with you? Bring him to me. Then they brought him to him. And when he saw him, immediately the spirit convulsed him, and he fell to the ground and wallowed and foaming at the mouth. So he asked his father, How long has this been happening to him? And his father said, From childhood. And often he has thrown him both into the fire and to the water to destroy him. But if you can do anything, have compassion on us and help us. Jesus said to him, If you can believe, all things are possible to him who believes. And immediately the father of the child cried out, Lord, and said with tears, Lord, I believe. Help my unbelief. God diggity dog. See, it's a lot of people believe, but the unbelief is the ruler. See, it's their unbelief that caused them to have doubt. It's their unbelief that caused them to second guess themselves. See, it's their unbelief that caused them to start being afraid. You know, they want to believe, but it's their unbelief that is the controlling factor. Man, I just helped somebody. I just helped somebody. See, I know I just helped somebody because somebody is struggling with their unbelief. They want to believe, but they scared. See, they're afraid to let go. They're afraid they might fall. They might embarrass themselves. People might talk about them. See, that's your unbelief right there. Okay? And that's what you got to fight. Your unbelief. Because the Bible, listen to him. Listen to what he said. Jesus said to him, if you can believe, all things are possible to him who believes. He didn't say some things are possible. He said all things are possible. That means the good and the bad. If all things are possible to him who believes, if you can believe some bad stuff, man, it's possible if you believe it. Because the Bible say all things, and bad is included in all things. If you can believe you can be the greatest bank heister to ever live, it can happen. It can happen. If you believe you can be the greatest Carthy, it can happen. Because the Bible say all things are possible to him who believes. And it all depends on how let me show you. Let me show you the difference. Here's the trap right here. I'm finna help somebody. See, when you believe, you don't think about it in fear. Let me say that again, because that just went over somebody's head. When you believe, whenever you think about what you believing in, you don't think about it in fear. See, you think about it in joy. You think about it in celebration. You think you're happy about it. When you believe, because you see that outcome that you're looking for. But if you put that nervous energy on what you believe, what you saying you believe, and you put that, guess what you're going to get? That nervous energy belief. See, that's what you're going to get. And then when you get that, see, you're going to start questioning God. See, now you're going to start talking about God don't keep his word. Because you put some negative energy on it, not God. You the one that didn't believe. See, when the Bible say all things are possible to him who believes, it didn't say you had to do nothing. See, a lot of people want to put faith without works is dead. But the Bible say all things are possible to him who believes. It didn't say you had to work for nothing. It said you had to believe. And you know what? You know what the problem is? A lot of people don't think it's that simple. And that's what the word of God say. All things are possible to him who believes. So if I honestly believe, my eviction will be delayed. What you think gonna happen? That's what's gonna happen. What I believe. See, that's what's gonna happen. And I'll know in the morning when I get up. I'll be able to feel that energy when I get up. I know, man. And if I got to go, I got to go. If I got to go, I got to go. It's just that simple. If I got to go, I got to go. So let me go. And I keep my head up. Because I'm not going because I did something wrong. I'm going because I did something right. And it didn't work. See, if I was going because I did something wrong and I was serving some time, or humiliating myself or my family, you see, then I can walk around with my head down. But I ain't done that. I haven't done anything to humiliate my family. I came out to be a part of the solution, to offer an answer. But the only problem is most folk want the answer for nothing. They think they should have an answer to their solution for free. That's the problem. Most folks don't think they should have to pay for a solution. And I'm saying, oh, wait a minute, man, this is my content. Well, why you don't want to pay me for my content? And that's the question. I'm trying to get paid for my content. And people want it for free. And I'm the bad guy. I'm the one that's out panhandling. Because I'm trying to get paid for my content. I'm sitting there, I'm playing positive music that I pay for, right? And I got a positive message, and you don't even want to say thank you with $1 because you think I'm panhandling. But you dance to my music. You don't mind dancing to my music, but you won't give me $1. See, that's how people treat you. That's how they do. And that's what you have to brace yourself against. Because when you find a situation like that, it's designed to discourage you, to make you want to quit, to make you want to give up, to make you want to give in. See, that's what situations like that do. They're designed to make you quit. And if you put enough in people's way, they'll quit. And be right at the door of adversity. Right at the door of success. But adversity guards the door to success. And the closer you get to success, man, the more your life is going to get turned upside down. Because you close to the door of success. Everything going to start going wrong. And don't take it personal. Because it ain't personal. You're close to the door of success. And that's when you have to stop and take a look at where you are. See, most of the time, man, when you in the grind, when you out here trying to make it happen, see, you don't pay attention to your position on the field. Because to you, that don't matter. Because you haven't gotten the result that you want. So you constantly grinding and pushing and pulling, and trying to do this, do that, do this, and you could be on the 1 yard line and don't even know it. See, and now all of a sudden you're on the 1 yard line and everything around you start falling to hell. You get evicted. You get this happen, you get that happen, and you be trying to say, man, what am I done? You thinking you on your 1 yard line, and you on the 1 yard line to go into for a touchdown. And see, you got so many people, man, that's on the 1 yard line, and they turn around and quit and give up. And all they got to do, man, is give it one more push. And they in. But because they went by what they saw, that's what they responded to, what they saw. And that's what messed them up. Okay? All right? Man, all things are possible to him who believes. All things. are possible. That's what the Bible say. All things are possible to him who believes. Man, um, I'm going to bed. I, I I can't lie. I got a heavy heart. You know. But I'm gonna get up early in the morning and wash my clothes, pack them, and see what happens. You know. But the Bible say all things are possible to him who believes. And the father said, Lord, I believe, but help my unbelief. What is this? What's going on, Jamie? Oh, I mean, it's nothing, but I'm just getting evicted tomorrow. That's all. That's all. That's the only thing uh, yeah, well, I do. If I'm asked, I prayed and asked the Lord that if I'm actually doing what it is that He wants me to do, I asked Him to let that eviction pass me tomorrow. And my birthday is the 19th, and the devil thinks he gonna evict me from my apartment on the 17th. That I'm supposed to bring my 70th birthday in homeless. That's what the devil thinks. And I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know how it's going to happen. But, man, I'm still going to be in my apartment on my birthday. I will not be homeless. I will not be homeless. Thank you, Jamie. I will not be homeless. I'm doing God's work. I'm doing His work. I know I'm doing His work because He done gave me songs to play when I'm there for people that's walking up to show I'm in this. So I recognize the signs. And see, I see the signs. I pay attention to the signs. A lot of people don't pay attention to signs. Let me give you an example. If you're in a grocery line and you just got a few items and the person in front of you got a whole cart and they don't say, come on, you can get in front of me. That's a selfish person in front of you. What's going on, Lou? I wished I had it working, man. I wouldn't be facing if the dinnerware was working, Lou, I wouldn't be facing the crisis I'm facing. It's that simple, Lou. But if I ever do get that shit working, boy, you ain't gonna be joking then. You ain't gonna be joking. Might be more than that now. It might be more than that, buddy. What brought you up? Happy New Year. What brought you up? Two Conductors on live. Let me go ahead and mess with him. I know you got to know this. Two Conductors live. Oh shit, let me go mess with him. You remember conservative atheists, right? Yeah, you remember conservative atheists, right? From Periscope. I did a podcast with him today, and he told me he has cancer in his chest. And that's what he said. He got cancer in his chest. That he had a lesion on his spine and his liver, I think. And the X-rays, that must have been painful. If you got something on your spine, man, every time you move, you're gonna be in pain. And that man used to talk about my mama like a dog, and my mother deceased. And I said, man, you putting a curse on yourself. And he laughed. He laughed, and he got cancer. Sure did. Got cancer. You know, matter of fact, let me let y'all hear a little bit of that. Let me let y'all hear a little bit of that. Man.
Do I sound like I'm afraid?
Well,
Yeah.
listen. You're not afraid of death.
Hell no. Do I sound like I'm afraid?
Well, here's what I find interesting. What kind of cancer you got?
Chest cancer.
Chest cancer. Well, I mean,
in my chest.
In your chest.
Well, it was in my chest. It moved to my lymph nodes under my left arm, and there was a lesion on my spine and on my liver. And I'm supposed to do scans, bone scan, and something called a PET scan here in the near future. But they did radiation, and they got rid of the lesion on my lower spine. So because my spine was killing me, it was really hurting. And so they did targeted radiation, and I got rid of that. So now my back is fine. And I'm taking chemo. But I'm not doing the injections. I'm just doing pills.
Man, do you remember how you used to talk about my deceased mom?
Yes.
Do you want to apologize for that?
No.
And you dying of cancer.
Yes.
And you wouldn't apologize for talking about my deceased mother.
Nope.
Wow.
You didn't apologize for the way you talked about that girl getting raped when she was a kid. You didn't even just make this shit up. You didn't even know.
But here's the difference, though.
What's
She's
the
alive.
difference?
She's alive.
This is gonna be good.
She's alive. That girl is living. You talk about how you would fuck my deceased mother.
No, I didn't say that. I would never fuck your deceased mom.
Wow.
I wouldn't have fucked her when she was alive. That's a promise.
Wow. Wow. So I'm making that up.
Yeah, I wouldn't have fucked her. I did make a joke about making a sex doll, a blow-up sex doll of your deceased mom. But no, I would never fuck her.
And how did you find out you had cancer?
I had like pains in my chest. And so I did testing.
And you said this was you found out about a year ago, right?
About 9 months ago.
About 9 months ago.
Yeah.
So that was early 2022.
Right. Yeah, it was like actually, believe it or not, I did the test on April Fool's Day, April 1st, last year.
Really?
Yep.
And that's when you found out you had cancer.
Yep.
And how long did they give you to live?
They haven't given me a prognosis.
Really? How much weight have you lost?
Well, I've lost a lot of weight because I can't. I don't. One of the things about chemo is it makes you not want to eat. It diminishes your appetite.
Wow.
So.
Man, I'm gonna pray for you, conservative atheist. I am, man. I'm gonna pray for you.
I'm gonna talk to the Easter Bunny for you.
Well, I mean, you can do whatever you want to do, but I'm gonna pray for you though, man, because that's got to be a hell of a moment.
It's not.
When
it upsets my girlfriend. It doesn't upset me.
You looking at death though.
Right.
You know, and this is not something
balls of steel, buddy. Balls of steel.
Yeah, but this is not something that is you're gonna I mean, you're gonna have to live with this. There might be some suffering with this.
That's all right.
And you good with it?
I'm good with it.
Oh wow, okay. All right.
Yeah. Yeah, I
knowing how old my mother was, then you would know whether or not she was married.
I don't think she was.
Oh, you don't think she was?
A picture of her or something, getting a little suit on.
Oh, you don't think she was married?
Well, yeah, we like that little suit though. Well, that was a cool little suit.
Okay.
I don't think she was married. I think she was just screwing around a little bit, and then she's like, "Oh shit."
Okay. Man, how
are we right? Are we wrong? You know the answer.
I don't have to justify nothing like that.
Okay, so we are right. There you go.
I mean, let the world show his mindset. What other question you got, Michael? Jordan? What other question you got?
That's a good question. So why? I asked this a little bit, but I mean, you're claiming that you're like repenting. I think you did a broadcast like an hour ago, and you obviously don't seem to repent. But you also told us, you gotta understand, you literally posited something. You posited a curse on us. You went through the Bible and read some Bible verse, and then you seem to say that seem to think that it can curse us. And I don't know if you've apologized for that or repented for that.
Why should I apologize or repent for that? Why?
You just said you're going to pray for him to get pray for him over cancer, and then you say that, oh, I don't regret cursing you.
Well, see, so wait a minute, but see, here's the point that you missed, Michael. The point that you miss is this: if I'm the one that generated the curse, I'm the one that can cancel the curse. Boy, this is a long. This is about 2 hours long. That I was with them today, and of course they tried to bring up all of the things about my family, that for that, and we all got stuff we ain't proud of. I don't care who you are. What's going on? You got stuff you ain't proud of in your life. No matter how successful or what, you still got things in your life you ain't proud of. We all got that. So you don't have to beat anybody else. I'm doing okay, man. I'm above ground. I mean, hey, I see a new year. 3 more days, I'll be 70 years old. So I'm doing great. I'm doing fantastic. Just believing, man. But just hold on to your faith. Hold on to your faith and don't give in to trying to cheat and trying to circumvent the process. Keep walking in your integrity, man. It might be hard. You might suffer, but you'll always have a way out when you walk in your integrity. But when you don't walk in your integrity, you ain't got that guarantee, man, because you're going to always be looking over your shoulder. So you can't look over your shoulder and be paying attention to where you're going. When you got a clear conscience, man, you can pay attention to where you're going, and you ain't got to look over your shoulder. So that's the benefit of having a clear conscience. Because if you see a roadblock or stumbling block up ahead, you're going to bypass it. But if you constantly looking over your shoulder, man, you're going to fall right into that trap. You're going to fall into it. You see, all things are possible to him who believes. And that's the work, man. That's what you got to put in when you believe. You got that enemy sitting right on your shoulder right here telling you, oh, no, you can't do that. Ain't nobody never did nothing like that before. You crazy if you think you're going to make that happen. It wants to sow self-doubt. It wants to sow discouragement. It wants to sow rejection. It wants to sow depression. That enemy that's sitting, and I'm going to tell you how you're going to know. When that enemy's sitting on your shoulder, when you start thinking stuff, man, and you feel uncomfortable, you're on the wrong plane. You need to stop listening to this on your shoulder. See, because listen to me, man. When you believe it God's way, when you do it God's way, that's when you're viewing from your higher self. When you do it God's way, you're viewing from your higher self. You see, you can look down and you can see clearer because you ain't got no distractions. See, you ain't trying to hide nothing. You ain't trying to cover nothing up when you walk in your integrity. You see, and that's what people don't understand, man. They get out here and compromise and start lying, and then now you got to constantly be looking over your shoulder because you done told a lie, and you don't know who gonna get a hold of that or what kind of damage that lie is gonna do to you. You see, and you'll be just like this boy Santos. You'll lie, you'll cheat, you'll get all the way up in Congress, and they're gonna walk that boy out in handcuffs, man. They're gonna walk him out in handcuffs. A congressman, they're gonna walk him out in handcuffs. They show gonna embarrass him. They're gonna embarrass him. And he done got all the way up to Congress on some lies and deception. And what makes it so bad, they ain't even upset. They okay with his lies and his deception. See, these are the kind of things that we got as a people got to speak out against. We see something wrong. We need to speak up. Man, that's wrong. Regardless of what part, that's wrong. You ain't got to cheat and lie and steal and get all the way to Congress. Imagine how the voters that voted for him now feel. To know they feel, and see, and this is the problem. We got too many people out here just like Santos, man, that's lying and cheating and getting all the way to the top. And they messing up for the people that's walking in their integrity. For that ain't trying to cheat, ain't trying to lie, that's thinking to bring some solutions to the table. And those are the people, that's the person everybody says, well, the one that's bringing solution to the table is the one they suspicious of. Isn't that something? The one bringing solutions to the table. Thinking, man, I'm a thinker. That's the one they suspicious of. The one that's lying to them, that keep them strung out on hope. You notice, have you noticed that no matter how long these politicians stay in office, they never have the answer. They've been there 30 years and still don't have the answer. Ain't nothing improved. Have you noticed that? You know, and this is the kind of stuff we need. Man, get away from these people that ain't thinking. Right now, the whole country need to say, hey, if you can't work together, you shouldn't be in Congress. It's just that simple. One of the things that we need to require is that people be able to work together. Because all this bickering and fighting, and they still getting paid. And we suffering. See, we fighting among each other. I saw where this Congresswoman Alexandria Cortez, or whatever her name is, AOC, is worth $30 million. And she was a bartender when she went into Congress. And she's now worth $30 million. How is that? How is that? And now you see why they spend so much money to get up in there on Capitol Hill. Because they get insider information. They know what's going on in the world. And they capitalize on it. I don't care what you say, they capitalize on it. They ain't supposed to, but they do. And some of them are blatant about it. And we fighting among each other. We hate each other. And they get up there and stir the pot of hate and still getting rich. You know, Marjorie Taylor Greene still getting rich. The Bobbitt out of Colorado still getting rich. I think she got a GED and in Congress. You see, so all things are possible, man, to him who believes. And I'm going to get me a good night's sleep, man. And pray that this eviction is going to work out in my favor. Because I got too much valuable stuff to lose. I got a lot of stuff that I hate to lose. You know? So, either way it goes, I'll let y'all know. You know, if it's delayed, I'll let you know. If I'm evicted, I'll let you know. I'll do that. I'll let you know. And they just gotta, you know, well, I'm gonna lose a lot of stuff, man. And the sad part about it is, I don't even have the money to go and rent a U-Haul in a storage place. That's why I got to believe, man, that I ain't even got the money to go and put my stuff in storage. So I had to believe that this is going to work out in my favor because I haven't been able to get the money. You know, people say, well, why don't you go to the city services? Man, I got a tour company. I got till tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. I got tomorrow morning till 10 o'clock. That's when they gonna come and put my stuff out. Tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. And I'm believing, man, that I'm gonna still be here on my birthday. I'm gonna still be here. So, and you know what my mindset was to try to get as much exposure for stop hating each other because you disagree that I possibly could get, hoping that with this exposure, I would find a sponsor, and that would solve my financial problems. You know, so I was talking about how different companies could make me a rags to riches story. And hey man, I believe God. I just have to believe God. God get all the glory for this. Only God can take something down to the wire and make it work. Only God can do that. You know? Only God can do that. So, That's just the way I that's where I leave it. That's where I leave it, man. I just believe God that however He's gonna work this out in my favor, He gonna work it out. That I don't have to be afraid. I don't have to have the fear that everybody else has. So, and like I told you, um, like I told you, all things are possible to him who believes. So I just gotta go to sleep tonight and believe, man. This is gonna work out for me. I just gotta believe it's gonna work out. You know, I just gotta believe it's gonna work out. I don't know how, but it's gonna work out. Yeah, I don't know. And people will say, well, how you think your faith is gonna stop an eviction? That's not up for me to determine how it's gonna be done. I can just go by what the Bible say. The Bible say all things are possible to him who believes. And if I believe that I will be passed with this eviction, I will. Man, I'm too tired. I'm too tired to even think about that. So, wow. And this time, 23 years ago, that's what I was doing. I had opened up the African tabletop. This time, 23 years ago. So, always trying to, trying to make an idea work. Always trying to make an idea work. That's why I say, somebody could steal this idea, but they don't have no history with it. You ask them, show me some history. Show me some history. And most folk don't have no history. See, that's me 23 years ago. That's what I look like 23 years ago. That's me. 23 years ago. That's what I look like. I got another picture down here. Oh, here we go. See? 23 years ago. Right there. That's me. That's what I look like. That's aging 23 years right there. This guy here is the guy that created Kwanzaa. See? That's what they do. That's what they do. That's my troll. That's my troll. You know, probably done knocked my signal out. So I know they gonna miss me. I know my trolls are gonna miss me, man. They gonna miss me. They ain't gonna have nobody to talk about. They ain't gonna have nobody to see if well, I don't even want to put that thought out there. But yeah, they gonna miss me. They gonna miss me. They are definitely gonna miss me. Y'all, I don't know how this is gonna work out, but I believe it's gonna work out in my favor. I believe, man. I just believe this is gonna work out in my favor. I don't know how, cause I don't believe God brought me this far to let me fail. If I was gonna fall, I would have fallen months ago. I would have taken a spill. But now, now I understand. Now I understand. I didn't understand at first. I was being selfish about this at first because I personalized it. You know, I thought it was about me. I thought it was an attack on me. And I didn't give God the credit that I should have. I didn't trust God the way I should have. And I had to repent for that. Because imagine if God were to make me a rags to riches story now, what I would have to talk about. See, I presented scenarios where man would be talked about. But why not present a scenario where God is going to have to be talked about? You see? Oh, really? Okay. Um, I got a troll, man. So I'm sure my broadcast messed up. I see y'all later. I'm out.